So, I mean, that's pretty. In one of the previous videos, you might see that we're talking about it was pretty clear early on that there'd be medical applications for C60, right? And in that example, we were talking about maybe having a radioactive material trapped inside the buckyball and getting it to attach to a particular cell, right? So we knew that, and there were lots of theories early on about how it could be used. It stopped the AIDS virus from actually reproducing, so it would have been beneficial there. So we kind of knew that would happen. We also knew it was a great material at solar cells and inks and tires and all of these things that performed as well or best than the current best material. We also knew it was incredibly expensive, $6,000 per gram when we started, and then even as the price came down some, it's still a very expensive material. It's too expensive for ink. It's too expensive to put in your tire. We knew that the application either had to be a defense application, right?
That's our first sold product was to a Naval Research Lab.
Yep.
So I mean, it was all defense. They had the big bucks.
Yeah. And so we knew it had to be some sort of defense application where money doesn't really matter, right? If you can make a bomb land more accurately, money is almost no option. If you can protect a soldier, money is almost no option. So we knew that was really one of the angles that would probably work.
We sold it to Skunk Works.
Yeah. So specifically to Skunk Works. So so we knew those things, and so we were trying to make sure we were supporting those institutions really well. Fundamentally, we knew it needed to have big impact with a small volume, and so we've sold C60 fullerenes, nanotubes, different nanotube adjuncts. We got
derivatives,
catalog. Yep.
The derivatives and the endohedral fullerenes, to the industry, to the research community for 25 years.
Yeah.
The commercial industry has been slowly coming on board and trying to develop different products. But that's when 2012, when the paper came out about the rat study, that's when the common layman person start becoming interested in carbon-60.
Yeah.
Not just a topic in the magazine. It's like, there's something going on with this carbon-60 prolonging the life of the rats.
Yeah.
And
by 90%.
Yeah,
like that's important.
So there were groups buying the material, testing themselves, and finding very good results. They would come back to us buying it, asking us questions of what's going on. Yes, I know the study, but I'm more concentrated in helping developing other projects.
Right.
But when this starts getting more popular, to say more people are ordering this material, that's when we like, we need to manufacture the carbon-60 and olive oil to support other research.
Yep.
And that's when we came out with the original research grade, help other groups duplicate the study.
Yeah,
But
a lot of people would ask us, so what, whatever you're at dinner with family and friends, and they're like, so what is it you do again? Basically, they asked us that every time.
Yeah, nobody knows.
I know you've told me, but what is it you do again? And really the best answer prior to, say, 2013 is the best use of fullerenes and nanotubes and all the products that we sold was funding, right? Especially in the very early days, if you wanted to do research on C60, you could get funding. And so the best use of C60 was getting funding. And then in 2012, so there's this rat study, and they live 90% longer, and so people start taking it, and even then, those people are taking it, what are they expecting? I feel like they were, hey, this could make me live longer, and so I'm going to take it, and I'm willing to take the risk, but it turns out that it's having just a significant amount of beneficial results for people, which is kind of not surprising. Like, whatever it's doing that's extending this rat life by 90%, it's probably having other health benefits along the way.
Yeah, so we get a lot of testimonials. People constantly call us, ask questions, and they just want to tell, hey, Robert, the material you sold me, it did wonders for me. I have a gentleman, Alvin, Texas, he's 92 years old, and he was taking our product maybe 1 or 2 weeks. He called me up and said, Robert, I don't know what's in this stuff, but it is great.
Yeah.
I'm cutting the grass again. He's 92 years old. And I'm thinking to myself, is he cutting the grass with a iron lawnmower or a push lawnmower?
Either way, he wasn't doing it before.
I know, at 92 years old, that's a heck of a change of lifestyle.
Yeah,
So
and
we get many
we
people.
could test it. So a lot of people will talk about placebo, and so this is kind of to address your question, like the transition from a carbon nanomaterial scientist to a supplement has been kind of nerve-wracking for us, right? So part of me, as we're getting great testimonials, and they're amazing testimonials, is like, do I even believe that these are happening, right? And so it was really at the beginning of 2018. There were two factors. Rob and I had some really kind of tough conversations about what do we want to do. Do we want to pursue this? Is this the right path? And so there's two kind of litmus tests for me and Robert on, should we sell this? Like, should we make it available to the general population and be comfortable selling it? And one of them is a moral consideration. I'm taking C60. He's taking C60. Like
Our family's taking C60.
Our family's taking C60. That moral litmus test is certainly passed. So I'm comfortable selling it.
And
then
safe.
the next is so because we believe it's safe.
Yeah.
And then the next is, is it legally, like, can we legally sell it? And the answer turns out to be yes, and we still have some hoops to go through, and we're going through those hoops. But we're even, our science background is going to take this to the next level. Like, we've got plans for double-blind studies that we're going to do. We've got plans for individual studies and working on different formulations to better understand how this is impacting positively people, and different formulations, how we might be able to impact them even more moving forward. So we're excited. We're nervous. I'm almost not there yet, right? So we're 8 months into 2018, and almost to the point when, like, people give testimonials. I'm excited and I'm happy, but I'm still have a little bit. There's needs to be a lot more research for everyone, especially scientists, to just like settle down and say, you know what, this is real. All the testimonials are real, and for me, like, all the testimonials are real. They keep coming in. It's all positive, and there's some fundamental science behind it. It's a great antioxidant. It actually stops some of the free radicals from forming in the body during the processes where it's available. There's some petri dish studies where it's helping telomeres. So there's some science to support it, and so we're excited that this product is going to be something that's going to grow, and I think that's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, when I talked to some of my colleagues at Rice University, I asked them, "What do you think about this paper?" And he's like, "The science is proof. I mean, it's good science.
It's sound.
It's sound science, and everything sounds a viable, viable product, a viable research paper.
Yeah.
So it sounds sound. So I took that for.
We had one physician review it, and that's specifically the Bati rat study from 2012. And his kind of summary was, not only is it credible, it's actually so thorough, it could have made like 5 different research papers could have been carved out or expanded out of that particular paper. So that's kind of, that paper is the genesis of this whole market in terms of C60 and olive oil. And we're just really proud. In that paper, it mentions SES Research because they used our product. It was our product that helped those rats live 90% longer.